Hey guys, welcome back to Zethythonix channel. Today we are building the HGUC Gundam G05. Around 8 months ago, I built the HGUC Gundam G04 and in my opinion, the mini sticker hell is really killing the performance. Unfortunately, as I predicted in that video, G05 is sharing the structure and parts with G04, which means, despite the articulations are awesome, but you have to accept that there are a lot of recolors that you need to do. Another prediction that I made was about the reusing runner part. G05 weapons are from the Power Rider space type. I was a bit upset about it when I first saw it, but now I'm kind of numb about it because that's how Bandai do their things. I don't want to repeat the whole speech again. Now, I will put the bad things at the beginning. XG and MG got a very similar price, so it's up to you to decide which one you think is worth it. MG is older and colors are there. You don't need to repaint a lot and it's slightly cheaper too. XGUC is P Bandai, required some recoloring, more expensive, but generally got a better performance. Choose it wisely and think about which one will you buy. Maybe it's a tough decision to make, but you can make them after you watch this video. So before the unboxing part, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video, Sugo Toys. Sugo Toys is a figure shop based in New South Wales, Australia. This shop is possibly the best option out there because they offer you a lot of options. Gundam fans, you have P Bandai, regular release, metal build, robot damage, metal robot damage, and fixed figuration. Marvel and DC fans, you have Hot Toys, SH Figure Arts, and other different brands. For other collectors, you also have different figures, statues, and accessories. Sugo Toys basically gave you a very complete list. It's a paradise for collectors and builders. The sweet part is that they do international shipping, so even you're not in New South Wales, they can deliver to your house with safe and fast shipping. Do you want to learn more about it? Check out sugotoys.com.au or follow their Facebook and IG at Sugo Toys. Alright, the menu and the runners. The menu is very boring, so I'm just gonna drop it. The G05 don't have a lot of visual difference compared to G04. The main difference is on the weapons. To be honest, I still like the color of G04 better because I felt like the colors on G05 is a bit too bright, especially when you look at the runners for the first time. I really felt like the red on this Gunpla is a bit too plastic. Other than those feelings, the rest is the same like G04, so I don't have new things to talk about. So I'll just cut it right here and let's continue the talks in the review. Hey guys, welcome back to Gundam G05 review. So this is the finishing of it. The G05 don't have a lot of difference compared to G04, so they are sharing the exact same frame and parts. Of course, there are some detail difference which I will talk about it very soon. I remember that last time I talked about the G04, I loved the design and the fact I saw some good modern text in it. However, G04 and G05 have the exact same problems, which are reusing Power Rider's weapons and booster pack. The body also have a lot of small details to repaint. So if you want to truly make it shine and look good, you have to put in a lot of work. Again, G05 stickers were mainly focused on Shield and Rival. The body ones were very easy to put on, and so far I don't see a huge problem. It still sucks that the articulations are very good, but the stickers are kind of ruining it. As I talked about it before, a lot of missing opportunities on the color separations. I think I'll skip those parts because I explained it before, and the explanation is pretty long, so I don't want to waste too much time on it. Anyway, let's cut the chatting and get to the actual review. Alright, let's briefly point out the stickers and you can judge whether it's terrible or not. First, the usual sensor and eyes on the head, the yellow on the front waist, the front of the lower legs, and grey on the feet. Let's do a quick comparison between G04 and G05. Other than the obvious colors and weapon changes, the chest design is the only different part. G04 got smaller fans and G05 double the size. But I just want to ask you guys quickly, which Gundam you liked better, G04 or G05? Comment down below and tell me more. Personally, I like G04 more because I like blue and I love that huge cannon on the back. Gatling gun is not my taste after all. Next, let us get back to the usual flow of the review, starting from the head. Allow me to give you an advice, don't be lazy like me and push the backpack with the head on, because the Gatling's belt is hard to keep in shape, and resulted the backpack is hard to push in. Unfortunately, I pushed it too hard and accidentally broke the antenna during the process. For the head performance, I like it very much because at the side, the yellow is a separate part. Then why can't Bandai do the same to other parts? Let's skip the long speech, introducing the articulations. The head can move some good front and back or up and down. For the rotation, 360 is possible but it's a bit tight. For a modern frame, the fact that the chest doesn't even have a front and back or side to side moving joint is quite disappointing. One thing for sure, the colors on it were pretty much there, except some yellow on the top corner. As for the articulations, it can only move around 45 degrees. Alright, let's take a look at shoulders and arms. The structure is just like G04, so I can't find something new. As for the shoulders, the radiators should be yellow, which again, repaint it yourself. Since this shoulder don't have any individual movements, so why not just put the BST shoulders on? Simply pull down the side and lift the top armor up, then you can put the BST armor on easily. As for the articulations, it cannot achieve a windmill, but is still excellent. Lifting is a standard 90. The whole arm can move to the front to help with the Gatling's pose. The rotations came in two forms. The whole arm can rotate, but it's extremely tight and I don't recommend to turn it too many times. Just like G04 and G06, the forearm also got its own rotation. The bending is excellent, easily touching the shoulders. At the back of the forearms, you will see a hand beam gun which you need to paint it to black. For the optional hand, you are provided with a single right trigger hand. The waist got some impressive color separations, such as the front skirts. The gray and yellow are parts, which is amazing. However, I need to complain it one more time. If you can do it for the front, why don't you do the same to the back? How can something so simple is often ignored and had to be set by me? As for the articulations, I cut the front skirts so they can move individually. The moving range is 90 degrees. Side skirt is a standard polycap. It can slightly lift up and turn a bit. Back skirt is like most of the XG, cannot move and is fixed. The legs are exactly the same like G04, also inherited the RX style legs. To be honest, the color separation on the legs are pretty good. The only downside is that there are a lot of small details required some painting. Let's quickly check out the kicking range. Front kick is 90, side kick is 90, and back kick is poor because the back skirt is fixed. For the bending is a perfect U shape, just like G04, which is above average. Just like the usual, the armor above the feet has a bit of movement and it helps to cover the gap on the ankles when you're posing. For the feet, it got a joint for you to move front and back, but the feet is a ball joint connection, which is the reason why side to side swaying is poor. For the rotation, 360 is easy with no interruptions. The backpack of G05 is exactly the same like G04, except the mega launcher was replaced by a giant Gatling gun. But if you ask me, this Gatling gun is a nightmare to pose, which I'll talk about it soon. Basically, all the thrusters and small details required some yellow to be perfect, so you can have fun painting the small parts. At the top of the backpack, there are two beam sabers. You are provided with beam effects to use. At the bottom of the backpack, there is a tail, and if you don't equip the BST packs, it looks kind of ugly, so let's quickly put the BST packs on. Again, the BST packs are from the Power Rider space type, which means the small details will need your hard work. The giant Gatling is using the one on Power Rider. I was completely correct about the prediction. On the side, this red shiny part is a sticker, but it's fine as long as it's not falling off. The only new part on the Gatling is the barrel, but this new part was created because the original color on Power Rider Runner is white. On the left side of the backpack, you will see the large drum magazine. The structure and the bending on the belt is exactly the same like Power Rider, but for some reason the one on G05 is very tight and not easy to bend. When I was trying the Gatling pose, I really felt like the belt will break and I stopped. The one common issue you will find on G05 is that the trigger hand is really unreliable. The reason of the unreliable feeling is because the belt is way too hard and it's risky to bend to make a good pose. Overall, I think this design is straight up bad and reusing the weapons are just lazy. Alright, let's quickly go through the weapons. We have the beam rifle coming first. Again, same one from Power Rider and G04, so what do you expect? Of course the scope is a sticker and not a part. For the articulations, only the scope and sub handle can move. Lastly, the shield, which is a pure sticker hell. I said this like 1,000 times, but Bandai really need to stop making these obvious lazy excuses. It's 2021, stop giving us BS about the full sticker shield. To put it onto the G05, simply find the spot on the left forearm and push it in. Bada bing bada boom, and we are done. Time for the summary on HGUC Gundam G05. I think nearly 80% of the comments will be repeated because I ran through every problem in details during the G04 video. So which is why you didn't hear anything very new. G05 is basically a mixture from two reused Gunplas. I reviewed both G05 and Power Rider Space Type. Honestly, it's tough for me to try and squeeze something new to introduce. As I said before, HGUC G04 and G05 is very awkward for a new mode. On one hand, they have excellent articulations, but on the other hand, it got some unacceptable runners reusing. Again, I will always suggest you do research on the AMG version too, because the price on both G04 and G05 is like AMG or even over it. It's tough to make a choice, but if you're planning to buy them both, you will be impressed by it when you build the first one. But on the second one, it felt repetitive and starting to lose the excitement. Overall, not a bad Gunpla, but to me, Bandai is lazy on the weapons and ruining the expectations or excitements. As always, you don't have to buy the duo unless you like it very much. I still think the price is too high for its performance. What do you think on G04 and G05? Comment down below and tell me more. Like this video, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell next to it. Check out Sugo Toys on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure to visit them on sugotoys.com.au. Donation link is in the description and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.